Good morning, YouTube. You are on the lifeboat. This is the Captain Calhoun speaking. How is everyone this morning? Woke up feeling pretty decent, I have to say. And when I say woke up, I should say I'm waking up pretty decently because I still am not feeling quite awake, but that's what the coffee's for. So why don't we take it easy this morning and wake up with some coffee? Davey, good to see you. Always a pleasure. Hello, I'm on time for once. Yeah, good job, Davey. Good job. Miss Sunrise Dawn, Sandy, Wendy, Shannon Smith, my lord, Kiss Freak, Mittens 1970. It's been a while. Good to see you. Please spank the like button while I vacuum, says Davey. Body Illusion. Hey there. Good morning. Can you guys not hear me? Is my stuff messed up? Let's get a 5x5. Good morning, West Coast Fancy Nancy. My eyes look better. Oh, thank you, Body Illusion. Did I look a little funky yesterday? I was definitely not the best yesterday. I was not feeling great. Tara smiling. Heck yeah. Good morning. The seventh son, Ladybug Melissa. Hello there. I don't believe I've ever said hello to you. Welcome in. First live I have made in over a month. Good to see you all. Well, that explains it right there. Welcome back. We're just having some coffee, doing a little roll call. Tracy Range, the newest nut. Sorry about the slurp noise. I will get through it. Caddy Connie, Kristen Melinda. Hey there. Hope this morning finds you well. Easy beeswax. All right. All right. Mira Dira, Mr. Ben Bacon Bits. Yeah, I definitely felt a little sick yesterday, Shannon. Thank you for telling me I look better. I feel much better than yesterday, if we're using it as a comparison. I don't feel like a superhero or anything, but feel pretty decent. Feel pretty good. Aria Schleider, good morning. I hope you're doing well, brother. Paula McGlendon. Hey, slurp. Was it actually audible? I hope not. Slurps suck. Slurps are annoying. Yeah, guys, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference for us. Miss Sunrise Dawn says, hey, everybody, sorry, on my porch, there's a glare on my screen. Having a hard time seeing the chat. Well, we see you. That is for certain. Tracy Range, I thought you just called me a new nut. But no, I see it as someone else's name. Yes, that tends to happen. The newest nut has a great name. And it tends to do that. Busting my chops. I know they don't bother you, but they do bother me, so I am excited that I feel better. I tell you what, it sucks not feeling good. It sucks massively. Yeah, today's story time day. I'm not going to do a story this morning, but this evening, that's what we have to look forward to. And I will definitely always strive to have story time wrap into a nice moral or a nice one of the things that we talk about here, right? One of the many topics, many tools, some message. I will reach for a message in whatever story I tell. And that I probably will choose a story that has a good message as well. But that being said, it should be fun, should be informative. You should get to know me a little better. And, maybe we can all learn something together too, hopefully. So that is the plan. I don't know what story I'm going to tell, but I bet you I won't have a hard time figuring it out once I bust the journal out. Well, I shouldn't say bust it out. It's right here in front of me. Once I really get down to the meat and potatoes of it. I'm sure that I will not have a hard time selecting. I want to tell you guys stories about Tony, but I don't. It doesn't feel right yet. I don't feel like I want to yet. I guess so. Probably not that. Probably not that. Tracy Range, I'm just listening today because I have to actually work. Dang job. Well, I tell you what, those dang bills need to get paid, you know? So I feel you there. I feel you there. I hope that the day at work, Tracy, is just fine, is just swell. Um, Nothing too crazy. Miradira got her coffee. Good, good. That's what we need. I saw Lisa Trimble in here. My roommate left the hospital against medical advice yesterday. Insurance won't pay for that. So guess who has to pay that bill? Just surviving today. Oh my, Lisa Trimble. You have the biggest heart. And I admire that. Stupid jobs pay stupid bills. This is one of my favorite mantras. The worst is when you wake up saying that mantra, though. I tell you what, when that I feel like the first little bit of time I spend during my day is quite important as far as like the outlook of the day. I feel like my first little bit of time awake decides the flavor of my day, so to speak. Um, so waking up stressing about bills and in work is never how I want to wake up, because then feel like I'm stressing about bills and work all day long, and the existential what ifs and this and that. It's not a good way to wake up. I try to wake up with some like pleasant tunes, little oatmeal this morning, peaches and cream and strawberries and cream, instant oatmeal, breakfast of champions. Kristen Melinda had a full-on FML moment at my job yesterday. Had to bust out the gratitude statements. Let's go. I'm proud of you. You had the gratitude statements on hand and vent really loudly to my spouse. Well, what are they for, right? That's perfect. You did great. Bust out the spiritual toolkit and went right to work. That's good. That's very good. That's very good. It's very good. I do that too, Kristen, when volumes, because like volume it changes the whole game, right? So sometimes I still want the same oomph. So I just put the teeth together. Although these days I don't do a whole lot of teeth gritting. Makes me nervous. Heller Rhodes, that is my favorite emoji in the whole emoji alphabet. The fiery heart, I have to say. I send you fiery hearts right back. I feel the same. The feeling is mutual, Heather Rhodes. It always sucks when your water and electricity get turned off due to non-payment. You know, Shannon Smith, truer words may never have been spoken. This has happened to me many a time, and come to think of it, it's probably about time to pay my electric and internet bill. I think my water is wrapped up in the rent. But that being said, I feel like I should be getting a check today. So we can hopefully make sure that that doesn't happen. Just kidding. I'm not worried about that at all. The electric company is pretty nice to me. Dennis from Boston, welcome in. Good to see you. We've been missing you. Hello, crew. Been battling with severe depression, slowly coming out of it. There must have been something in the air, dude. Because me too. I have definitely not been. I've been out of sorts, and 100% was sick yesterday at the very least, and the day before I feel like I was sick too. But I have been down, and I really have no business being down. Life's pretty good right now, so there's something wrong with the old brain ski. So I don't know. Maybe it'll pass. I'm hoping it'll pass. It usually does, right? Blessed to crochet. Good to see you. I'm not saying something's wrong with I was talking about myself, by the way, Dennis. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're coming out of it, because being down is never good. Becca Jean, good to see you. I see, Lisa Trimble. I see. Thank you for sharing that with me. Um, It's always good to get to know the crew better. I don't envy your situation, Lisa, but again, your heart is big. It was big time, and that's good. I hope that there can be some peace for you and your partner in this in the end, sooner rather than later. I hope that there can be some serenity for you guys. I'm sorry you're going through that. Bless to Crochet will be on tomorrow at 11:30 about talking about forgiveness. 11:30 Pacific time, everyone. Also, my father, the Admiral, will be live this evening at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Hold on one second. Let me pull this up. Carol at Needing a Meeting will be live today at 1:40 p.m. Pacific. Christy will be live this Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific and the following Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific as well. Be sure to check us out. Go over there and show your support to our ripples. I want to get louder, but it's like the morning and my walls are thin, and I don't want to be shouting in here while my neighbors are trying to probably sleep a little bit. But that's what the evening's for. We can get a little wild in the evening. Me too, Kristen. I'm a big fan of the ocean. I think one day I'll have a houseboat. Obviously not on the ocean, probably, right? But I think living on a houseboat for a period of time would be sweet. "14 hours without a break. Oh my lord. 4 aborted landings. One was 30 feet off the ground. Also had a disruptive passenger removed from the flight before it turned violent. Fun times." Oh my. Shannon. That was the crazy shift, apparently. That doesn't happen every time, obviously, right? Just that one terrible 14-hour shift, hopefully. Wow, 4 aborted landings. That's got to be nerve-wracking. I can only imagine. Is that because of weather? Was that predominantly due to weather conditions or disruptive passengers, I guess? Oh, thank God. I'm glad it doesn't happen every day. I tell you what. Dirty Mouse finally slept a full 8 hours, so doubled down, slept 2 more, first time in 3 months. I tell you what, Dirty Mouse. I love the double down, make it 10. I love that. That's one of my favorite moves. So y'all know, if you caught last night's live, I dropped my phone in lay toilet yesterday, right before the show. Immediately put it in rice. I kept it in rice overnight and took Jacob's advice and turned it off because I noticed some things were not working properly. So I didn't have an alarm this morning. That's what I use for my alarm. I don't even have a clock in my room because I'm a barbarian. But I was like, you know what? I bet you my natural clock is so on it. I'm just gonna wake up at 5. You know what? I woke up at 4:42, guys. I was like, all right. Drank some water, went back to bed. Woke up like 30 minutes later, got up, feeling great. About 5:15. About 5:15. That's pretty good. Pretty good. But my phone works. The vibrate function is weird. It sounds different, moves different. It's different. Still works. The home button feels different, moves different, is different, works. The bottom right-hand side of my keyboard, because it's in the bottom section of the screen when it pulls up, there's something over there on the bottom right isn't working properly. I guess it's the K and the L, right? Those keys are not very reactive, but I did get them to work by being careful. So it seems the worst damage has been mitigated. The worst has not come to pass. It still works. Although I definitely want to get a better phone. I want to upgrade here eventually. Not necessarily soon. It's not on the priority list, right? But maybe if I get a sweet phone, I don't need to get a tablet. I don't know. I think a tablet and a phone would be ideal for the purposes I'm thinking. So I don't think that a new phone is at the top of that list until this one actually bites the dust. But being able to, I don't know, do this mobily would be pretty sweet. And I feel like the phone's just a little smaller than is convenient. I can probably do all of this from the phone with a gimbal to boot, but I just don't. I don't relish using a screen this big to do all of this. So I think a tablet would be sweet. Just upgrade it, upgrade the size of the screen. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Lori Hart, squirrel. I'm squirreling. Morning boat. I walked, and my cast comes off tomorrow. Yes, you walked. Congratulations. You have arrived at Walktown, and tomorrow's the day, the big day. Tomorrow is the big day. I'm glad. How did it feel? How long has it been on? Day 22. I guess that answers my question right there. Partly weather, and the 30 feet from the ground there was another plane on the landing strip. Surprise! Surprise, we're in the way. That's got to be scary too. Holy crap. Colorful package being delivered tomorrow. Hope you find something you enjoy. Oh, I'm sure I will enjoy all of it. Word. Well, tomorrow I'm gonna have to go up there then. I should be able to. As soon as this check comes, everything should be fine. I've done my budget beforehand. I'm so excited to see how my budget compares to the actual check and how what adjustments I'm gonna have to make. These are boring as hell topics, but they're things that I relish now, like making my budget, paying my bills, and like managing what's left over properly. That stuff gets me going these days. I tell you what, it's something that I've never been able to do properly. But I am saving money. Doing things. I am doing it. I'm doing the real adult thing. And you guys probably aren't surprised, but I am. There were a lot of days I never thought I'd see this day. So very grateful, very, very, very grateful. The gratitude is strong in this one. Seventh son used to always wake up at 4:35. It's always a weird specific number in it, or take a few minutes regardless of what time zone I was in. You always got to take a few. I feel like if I take too much though, the second time I wake up, not as good. Like the first initial natural wake up is always the cleanest, best feeling, like me. And then if I like push it a little bit, it's like downhill from there. So if I can not take those extra minutes, I realize the benefits, like the massive benefits, but it's such a hard thing to do. It's like, oh, this bed is so good. Just want another few minutes. I woke up, gave myself a get the heck out of this funk off your butt and on your feet and get some stuff done lecture. Lol. I have to do that as well. Give myself a firm talking to, quite frequently. Miss Sunrise Dawn is doing an interview on Mama's Life, 1 p.m. Eastern. Would love to see you and the crew in the chat. What is that, my time? Eastern's 3 hours, right? Central's 2 hours forward. So that's at 10 a.m. Pacific. So it'll be a couple hours after the boat. I think that I can come over there. I haven't looked at I should be looking at my calendar first thing in the morning so that I don't fall into this hole, but I'm pretty darn sure that that's good, that I'm totally good for that. Today's Wednesday. The only other thing we had going on today for the ripples, looking up, is Mary still here? What time did you say you were going on? Was it 11:30 Pacific? 11:30 a.m. Pacific? I believe that's what Mary said. So that being said, that doesn't conflict at all. I can totally be there, and that's tomorrow, anyways, Mary Jones. So yeah, heck yeah, Miss Sunrise Dawn. I'm glad that you shared that. Let's all make sure to go over and support Miss Sunrise Dawn. What is that again? I just said it. 10 a.m. Pacific time. So in a couple hours. I'll be there, Miss Sunrise. Can't wait to see you. Thank you for saying that, evil twin sister. You know, I still overspend, but when I do, it's on healthy stuff now. Like I'll get too much like supplements, or I'll overbuy the food that I like to eat for my diet. And when I say diet, I'm not eating less. I'm trying to gain weight and build muscle. I'm like trying to. I guess it's more of like nutrition than a diet. But anyways, doesn't matter. The point is, I will overspend on these things now, which is still bad, right? But it's not as bad as like spending it on alcohol or overspending on useless stuff, just like novelties, band merch, the stuff that I usually overspend on. Baby steps, right? It's all about those baby steps, evil twin sister. I have faith in you. I think you got this. Roll of pink 50s, all crispy. It even makes sense with rolling on my wrist so they know what time it is. All right. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. Certainly makes a difference on the back end. Get you a TLB flag. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. A TLB flag back there. I was thinking about moving the computer desk into the other room. It would be a smaller space. I think there would be less echo. Yeah, I would probably have like that much space. It probably would be fine. My only concern is, I guess I don't really have any concerns. It's just going to be a different acoustics. So I might need to mess with the microphone a little bit, and I'll have to run my Ethernet cable over there. So that's really the only reason we're not in the other room already. As soon as I get a super long Ethernet cord and some duct tape, I think I'm gonna move the desk into the other room, and then the background is going to be quite different. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a better backdrop and less going on. I think it'll be simpler. And then this room will be so much more space for activities, Mira. You're right. This room will be big and empty, basically. I'm going to have to put something right here. I was thinking I'll put bookcases right here and turn this room into like a regular, like a study kind of room. Resin Matrix Rabbit is still at the hospital. How you doing? I hope you're doing all right. Caddy Connie says, I'm going to be creative today, whether I like it or not. Heck yeah. I'm going to be healthy and happy today, whether I like it or not. How about that? How about that? Diary of a Ghost asks what my song of the day is. Well, it can't be this song. And I don't know if it could be this one either. I hit next, trying to summon the song of the day, and you know what came on? Police in Helicopter by John Holt. I don't know if that's it, though. Ooh. Maybe this one. Let me think on it, Diary of a Ghost, for, I don't know, another like maybe 5 minutes, and I will have an answer for you. Please hold. Oh, when I say that the button works, the home button works, it like kind of works. It wants to press itself twice all the time. Okay, I'm not messing with it. It's not working. You know, I think we'll go with this. This one's downbeat. You know what? I'm actually calling the audible. I was about to recommend the song that's playing, but I have another one popped into mind that's better. Just give me a minute to figure out exactly what it's called. I believe it's called Vampire. Oh my gosh, is this really gonna... There we go. If We Were Vampires. This song touches my heart. By Jason Isbell and the 4000 Unit. This is like a super sad love song, I guess. And it's not super sad, but like when you think about the lyrics, it's like, oh wow, that's pretty deep and sad a little bit. Now I want to listen to it. It popped into my head though. This song that I was going to recommend reminded me of this one. The gist of the song, it goes, if we were vampires and we lived forever, we would act different. We would go out on the sidewalk and smoke. You know, we would do this and that, and we would live with no fear. But then inevitably, one of us is gonna live to see the other one die, and it's like this like true love song, and then it like kind of gives you the juxtaposition of, you know, odds are one of us is gonna outlive the other one. And I say that and it sounds really raw. The way they put it is beautiful. So don't take my word for it. Go check it out. It's a great, great song. Yeah, I hope you find some peace, Resin. Good afternoon, Duffster Rhymes. How you doing? My son's pit bull got sick in the back of my car, so that's my challenge today. Oh no. He felt so much better after that. Well, that's good. Lol. Oh, I can just picture his happy little face. I love pitties. Pitties are my favorite. Sierra Terry, good morning and big ol' hugs to you all. I'll be listening while I drive to work as usual. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. You're doing an awesome job, Captain. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Thank you, Sierra Terry. You know, some days I don't really feel up to the task, like yesterday, for example. But I know in my heart of hearts it's that I'm doing good and that I mean well and that this and that. You know, in my heart of hearts, I know it's going to be all right. But some days it just doesn't feel right, you know, and that's okay. That's part of being human. That's a part of the human experience. You know, just there's never going to be like a place that we arrive at where everything is not going to like be a concern anymore. You know what I mean? Like we're always going to have to cross our T's and dot our I's. It's just how it's going to have to be. We're always going to have to mind our P's and Q's, if you know what I mean. So, and that's okay. I accept that. Just a reminder that I need to dot those I's harder. You know, I need to do more T crossing. PD from Little Rascals, heck yeah. When I saw the name PD, I thought, Remember the Titans. PD! Yeah, it was a good movie. I love that movie. The soundtrack from that flick is great. I bet you YouTube uses AI to detect whether or not songs are playing, whether or not there's copyright. I bet you they use a program to do that. Got something for my back, so we're headed in the right direction. That is so good to hear, Matrix Rabbit. I do love the Police as well, the band, not the organization. Lol. Good morning, awakened by the looking glass reflection. Can't really chat yet because I have a great big day today and I'm making myself accountable to every one of you here now. I pledge to make my 4x4 prison into at least 2 square feet larger. You know what, Awakened? I have faith in you. I'm also going to do the same. I feel like I'm trapped in the let's look at your statement again. I feel like I'm trapped in the 4x4 of my head sometimes. You know what I mean? And today I pledge to bust out of that thing and just make it immaculate. Good to see you awakened. I hope your cell gets beautiful quick and bigger. Losing steam. I guess it doesn't matter. It's time to fill the silence with coffee drinking. Rocket Queen, hey there. How you doing? Good morning. Let's tear down the walls together. You know, guys, I'm journaling, but I could be doing a lot more journaling. So I aim to do some more journaling today. And you know, I think I need to go outside. Maybe there's a park right down the street. I wonder what's over there. Wonder how cool it is. I've never been. Maybe I'll go check the park out today. Because walking to the gas station as my sunshine is not going to cut it. That other day that I went to the park with Mr. Ray Ray and Mr. Ben Bacon Bits Turner was fantastic. Got a bunch of sunshine, a bunch of fresh air. Felt really good after that. Like $1,000,000. The sun on my skin is a game changer. I tell you what. Gonna have to catch the rest on replay, y'all. Got to get a shower, and my phone will be charging in the other room. Love you all. Well, we'll see you here in just a little bit, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Hope your morning ritual is swell. I look forward to my own. I'll see you later. I have made a list for today. When you say list, do you mean a to-do list? Or do you mean that other list? Because I have made a to-do list. Probably Diary of a Ghost, most likely. Yeah, to do today. Where is it? What the heck? Okay, so I have laundry and kitchen cleaning to do. And on top of that, I want to go to I'm probably going to walk over to that park and some lifeboat stuff, and everything else is fun. But that was my need to do, right? Clean up the house a little bit, do some laundry, specifically the kitchen cleanup, and then go get some sun on me. And if I get paid, there's like a list of things that I can do once I get the check. I can actually do the budget for real, compare to my projected budget. Can actually pay some bills. I can buy some plane tickets. I can do some coordinating on the Salt Lake trip, which I'm really excited for, y'all. I'm really, really excited to show you guys fire. I'm really, really excited to take you guys with me to go see these things and do this stuff. It's going to be a very fun adventure. I'm really glad the microphone on my camera isn't busted. I tell you what, because we're going to need it. We're going to need it. I was thinking about it the other day, how I am going to end up breaking it down, because I'm going to want to, be present mentally and physically for this whole thing, right? But I'm also going to want to get some footage, do some lives if I can, right? So what I'll probably end up doing, the first order of business, does the internet work out there? My gut says no, but also maybe sometimes. It might be sporadic. So I might end up going radio silent while I'm out there if there's no internet in this remote place, and then I'll just have to take videos and we'll do live premieres when I get back. But if there's internet, and regardless of if there's internet or not, what we're going to end up getting is probably 2 performances. Well, I shouldn't say that. A performance and the effigy burn, I believe, depending on how they structure it. So we'll get 2 controlled burns and the performance, and that's just the organized events from the committee or whatever, right? That's just the Burning Man stuff. There is also, and that's probably maybe 2 hours worth of footage if we're lucky. probably less than that, just all three of those things. On top of that, what goes on at the festival is going to be quite interesting as well. So I may bust out some more videos on top of that, but I feel like there's going to be at least the performance and the two burns. So that'll be nice. That'll be really, really cool. You get to see the somber temple burn and its juxtaposition of like the pretty exciting celebratory effigy burn. But yeah, I'm obviously really excited about that. Really excited to buy plane tickets. Can't wait. And the anticipation is killing me. I haven't been looking at prices because I can't even pull the trigger yet, you know? I looked at prices like a week and a half ago. Hopefully they're not bad. Fire, I say. Absolutely. Absolutely. And honestly, if I can get the boys together, I feel like I can. We'll just have to see what happens. We'll probably have like a good old fashioned down home fire circle for old time's sake, like just the boys. So that'll be a cool, different take on it all as well. I don't know who's going though. I'm this trip. We should talk about some other things in relation to this trip. There's also the Mormon temple out there. There's also the Church of the Latter-day Saints. And I used to live right behind the conference center and right behind the temple. So there's all kinds of walks we can take. I can show you around my neck of the woods. I can show you where those people that funded, what's her name, Jody Hildebrand, those people that sent people to that monster and referred people to that monster, where those people reside. So that could be fun. My dad brought that to my attention, and I was like, "Yeah, that does sound fun." And I have to say, since we're talking about the subject, every Mormon I've ever met has been the nicest. Like saying that they're the nicest person ever doesn't do it justice. There's something in their Kool-Aid that is working. You know what I mean? But the Jody Hildebrand stuff, the misuse of power, the corruption is also there, right? And that's what I can't abide. You feel me? Like I'm not crapping on people. I'm crapping on people that crap on people. Does that make sense? I have some really good friends. I have some people that I consider brothers and sisters that are LDS, which means Mormon, Latter-day Saints, the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, I believe is how that sentence is said. Anyways, I just want to make it clear, like I have nothing against the people at all. I have a whole lot against systemic corruption in any form. So there's that spiel. We'll probably make a sojourn to the temple while we're out there. Maybe a couple sojourns to temples. I don't know. There's a lot of opportunity. So I'm going to spend some time in this remote location for this festival, right? For this, I don't know what, like the regional burn is what it is. But I'm also going to probably spend a day with the boys in town, and I'll probably spend a day in doing something with my buddy and his dog. But so there will be time in town as well. We're going to get some footage, some lives walking around downtown around the temple and whatnot. Deal. And I'm talking about this as if it's already for certain, and that is by design. I'm trying to manifest this thing. I don't see it not happening, so it must be happening. Really grinds my gears. I agree, Kristen, and those kids don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. The LDS library is very cool, Shannon Smith. I used to walk past it every day on the way to the train. I used to live a block from the LDS library. Yeah, that little hole in the wall, that little studio I had was right behind the conference center. Hugs this morning, Roberta. Thank you. I needed that. Nobody's in town to give me a good hug these days. I'm going to get a ton of hugs, excuse me, when I go to Salt Lake, though. They're going to dogpile me with the hugs. I can't wait. That does sound fun. That does sound fun. I love you, Flamin' Jackson. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love you guys. I know you would, Shannon. We would all totally hug. What's the dealio, daddy-o? It's one of my favorite things to say to my dad. He takes it in stride. Aw, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. War against drugs tank. Oh my gosh, what ridiculousness. What ridiculousness. What are you going to shoot the drugs with the tank? Like, come on. You're stupid. Judge Arpaio. The brains on this guy. Come on. Maybe he's done some great things. I don't think that was the best. I don't think that was his smartest, shiningest moment. That's a statement I can stand by. A lot can happen at the bottom of a dog pile, B. Hendricks. That is a great point. I'm glad you bring that up. I don't really want to be Sheriff Joe. Is that who I'm talking? Is that Judge Arpaio? The whole tank thing is just ridiculous. Why are my taxpayer dollars paying for the city of Draper, Utah, to have an armored personnel carrier? What's the point of that? What are you ever going to use that for? What have you used it for? Nothing. It's just sitting there, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's just one great example of the gross misuse of tax money in our local and federal governments. I bet you the town you live in, well, hold on, let's start that over. The town you live in may be bigger or smaller than Draper. Draper's pretty friggin' small. There are smaller towns and there are much bigger towns, but Draper has an armored personnel carrier. I bet you your town does too. Why? No body illusion. I had great intentions. I think it was like a couple of days ago. I was talking about doing the wish list and doing some stretching and some dance and like bringing you guys with me. And it didn't happen. I just felt bad. And then that happened, I guess, for 2 days in a row. I didn't feel great. So I would like to pick up where we left off and work on the wish list today. But I already have this to-do list that's real big. So maybe I can work those things in because they're more fun to do. The wish list is more fun to do. You know what I mean? If I structure my day in that manner, like, all right, we're going to do the dishes until we get sick of it, and then we're going to work on the wish list. That's fun. And then we'll stare at the wall for 15 minutes until we feel better, and then we'll go back to work on the dishes or do the laundry, right? And then we're going to do whatever's fun. Insert fun thing here. It helps me a lot to like trick my brain. Because, man, sometimes I feel like a slave to my emotions, which, shouldn't be the case. I feel like just because I feel bad, that shouldn't run the rest of the day, and that shouldn't run the show. It often does. So I'm always trying to figure out cool, new, interesting ways to avoid that or overcome that. Dance is usually my meditation too, Diary of a Ghost, and I have not been doing very much of it at all. Armored what now? Miradira Armored Personnel Carrier, APC. Basically, it's a tank without a gun. It's a car with armor plating. It's like a tank for carrying people. I think the most accurate way to describe it is like a minivan. It's like if the army guys were soccer moms. It's like a military vehicle, but it's like a minivan. And when I say minivan, it's much bigger than a minivan, but it's that kind of idea, that concept, like a big cab in the back where there's like seats on the wall. So they carry a bunch of people into battle, armor plating. But the police department has no use for that. Yeah, you're looking at pics, right? Yeah. So why does the Draper Police Department, I wonder how many people live in Draper. Let's give you guys an idea of how big this city is. 50,000. That's a lot bigger than I thought. 20 miles south of Salt Lake City. 2020 census, population 51,000. Interesting. It's a lot bigger than I thought. Ben Bacon Bits with the model numbers. Let's go. I love getting technical. That's the best way to do it, Diary of a Ghost. We will be doing plenty of that in Salt Lake, I tell you what. I really hope that the internet works. I really hope that I can figure that out because doing it live will be so much more fun. Although an instant premiere can be fun too, right? We can hang out and act like it's live, but obviously it won't be. And I don't know everything, right, Mira? Like I just saw it through the window of a shed, a city shed where they keep like lawnmowers and whatnot, right? But what was I talking? Oh, the APC. Dun 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 dun. Moonshine. Battle level crazy. Yeah, so I don't know everything, right? Maybe it's like what's the word? Like disused or like surplus. Maybe it's they made too many, or I don't know, which also is a gross misallocation of funds, right? Those things are not cheap or raw material even. You're making too many of them. What? Why did we need them in the first place? Anyways, I don't know everything about it, right? Maybe there's a good reason. I find it hard to friggin' believe there's a good reason. The good reason is probably if the people were ever to try and seize power, that they would have us outgunned. That's probably the actual reason. But that's my tinfoil hat moment for the day. All right, tinfoil hat off. Just we'll say that one thing. Oh wow, that's loud. Collecting scars. For my metalheads out here, that was a memory misread by counterparts. I know there's a few of you out there, and I got love. Wow, that was a surprising amount of sonic activity in my left ear. I feel like if I don't put a counter argument in there, I'm being too biased. You know what I mean? I feel like it's only fair that I give someone the benefit of the doubt after reaming them. You know what I mean? Flashback to English class, the persuasive essay. The counter argument was the last thing you did before you wrapped it up. I have heard of Grand Buffet. But yeah, it's just a mirror. That's just like something I do, I guess. It's like a part of me now. I feel like if I don't give that counter argument, I feel like I'm not doing a good job. Yeah, the song today was If We Were Vampires. I'll write it down. By Jason Isbell and the 4,000 unit. 4,000. And the song's a love song. They're all love songs. To go briefly touch on that metal band, I don't think any of my metalheads are here, but I feel compelled to talk about it anyways. Sorry, Tara. I discovered this band, Counterparts. I went to go see one of my favorite bands at the time. The only time I've ever seen Parkway Drive, an Aussie band, and this band opened for them and like stole the show. It was so great. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Parkway Drive. I shouldn't say that. I've seen them twice now. I saw Parkway Drive when they had this like 360 drum machine thing that was super cool. But I discovered this Counterparts band opening for Parkway Drive the first time I saw them, and it just blew me away, dude. They're a Canadian band, and he only has the one frequency for his voice. Like he doesn't go high or low. He just hits that same note over and over and over. So it's kind of annoying after like prolonged listening, but the emotion that he's conveying, if you're into metal, I really enjoy. I really enjoy how music feels, not just how it sounds. And I like the way that they feel and the way that they sound, and they impressed me. So I've been listening to them ever since. Have you heard the other Maynard bands, Tara, Pussifer, and A Perfect Circle? A Perfect Circle has a song called Pet, Pet, Pet. And that song, in my opinion, and I don't know if I need to say in my opinion, I think it might just be fact, but in my opinion, is the personification of addiction. It is the coolest song. It's pretty heavy. It's really, really heavy, but conceptually, very, very cool. Super duper cool. That whole album is called The 13th Step. For my 12 steppers out there, that title will grab your attention. That album got me through the first few months of sobriety the first time around, reminding me of the places I didn't want to be again. Pussifer is spelled with a C. You haven't heard of Pussifer, or you haven't checked out Pussifer? Because very, very different feel as far as Maynard stuff goes. Like, I feel like all Maynard's music had to grow on me, but especially so with Pussifer. It's just so weird. It's like it took it the weird level to like 11. And I'm not saying it's like, I'm not comparing it to Les Claypool because that dude's weird, right? But I just think it was just outside of the box of what I expected from Maynard, so much that it took me a while to like understand and like feel it properly. Pussifer. Yeah, I had tickets to see A Perfect Circle and Primus at Red Rocks, the first tour that Maynard did after he came back from his mother's death, and I didn't go. I regret that forever, every day. I mean, not every day. I let it go, but I do forever regret that decision. Well, I'm gonna send you a couple tracks, Tara. I forget what they are. I guess Remedy's pretty good. I forget my Pussifer tracks that I dig a lot. Conditions of My Parole, The Remedy. They have a lot of music. Augustina, I think that's about his daughter. That song gets me going. Yeah, here, check this one out. Tara, this is for you. This song is fantastic. Let me know what you think. Feel like there's something going on with my ear, nose, and throat. It's my ear, nose, and throat. Well, yeah, I love me some Les Claypool, some Maynard. I tell you what. What is in my throat? What is happening? Thanks, Tara. I think you're pretty great. I think the feeling's mutual, dude. Fashizi. Thank God for my dad. What a guy. I don't know what I'd do without him. Tell you what, I always had faith in the guy. I always had faith. I still do. Never lost it. Conversations with Christy. Good morning. Good to see you. How are you this morning? No, I think my sickness is related to a low level infection in my mouth. Excuse me. I think it's directly related to my teeth. Speaking of, I took everyone's advice, applied for care credit. I took GeoPlanet Jane's advice, applied for the, wow, there's something going on. University Dental Clinic. Waiting to hear back. Honestly, I'm probably just going to call them as soon as we're done here. I forgot to put that on my to-do list. I'll probably just call them. They were closed last night, but rather than waiting, right? If I can get in there and we can do something, let's do it. Because GeoPlanet Jane is right. An infection is an emergency. And I'm definitely keeping swelling down, 100%, no question, right? There's no uncertainty there. If I wasn't taking the ibuprofen, I would be having problems. So I think that's grounds for, going in. I think that's grounds for concern. And, honestly, I feel like I should stop talking about it. It's starting to bug me a little bit. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat some breakfast and get on my list. I hope you guys have the best day ever. What is it, Wednesday? It's story day. Story time day. Story day time. Story day. So hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. Make sure to catch Carol at Needing a Meeting at 1:40 p.m. Pacific time today. The Admiral this evening at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. And we will be back, myself, the captain, at 5 p.m. Pardon me. Yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific time this evening. And don't forget Men's Emotions this Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. That is 11 a.m. Pacific. I will see you guys there with Conversations with Christy. You guys have a great day, all right? Yeah, that was yesterday, Body Illusion, not today, I promise. Sometimes it's better to just get out of there, I feel like. Just to explain myself, especially when I recognize I'm being unproductive and I recognize that there are ants. I have work to do to fix that, and that work can't be done right here in front of the screen. So I appreciate you immensely, every single one of you. So we'll see you later, all right? Have a great day.